Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!"
Sounds like some shady stuff.
No idea how I got so barbaric.
Well, guys, this is a game called This Is the Police. It's an older game. Turn this down a bit for you guys. So yeah, it's an older game. And we'll start a new game on this, but I believe we play the chief of police who's looking at retiring, but there's a lot of shady stuff going down. I don't think he wants it to follow him into retirement. So we're gonna see, how things work out. We're gonna try our best to play civilized, make the right decisions that we can. Got a feeling that the game's gonna swing it away that we can't do that though, because let's be honest, if it was that way it'd be too easy, right? So let's see what we get into. Day 1. The mayor, Rogers, is apparently a sex maniac. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation, which I believe we are Jack Boyd. I believe we are the chief of police, Jack Boyd. So let's see. Mark War II to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Come on, start. Alright. Sounds like we need a new starter. Too bad this game isn't about upgrading your car. So, we'll see.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers.
And that's true.
It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
Trying to remember who does his voice. I like it, but I've heard it before. Kind of like the comic book style storytelling that's going on too. It's pretty
This
neat.
is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job, Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else, though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go.
Yeah.
I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
See what I'm saying? I don't think we'll be able to do everything the right way. I just don't see it
I
happening.
learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? What's the difference? What does it matter whether it came as a surprise? My business is my own. It still pretty much says that he set it up, though. Do you already know the name of your successor? I think it'll be a department veteran. Okay. After a recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? I don't know anything about Francis Kendrick. It might. Sounds possible if he thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? I don't know. I've never worked with the mafia, but I can't speak for every man and woman on the department. And that's true. Chief of police could, he could never do anything, but you can't control every person. People are going to make mistakes, so I see what he's saying there. He doesn't know everything about, everybody else that works under him. You can try to keep a grip, but could it be the reason? Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Possibly. It's often difficult to say what guides police or policy decisions. I cannot speak today. Thank you. Eventually, I feel like we'll get to some gameplay.
Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Oh, looks like we're going to the pills. I don't understand. It's got to be a stressful job. Especially if you're getting early.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero.
This guy sounds like the Joker.
That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me."
Sounds like these politicians need to go down.
I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Yeah. Well, that happened. Alright. Jack Boyd, Francis Kendrick is a decent man. Head of culture department, owns villa in Italy. See, you shouldn't be having villas in Italy and everything if you're running like a smaller city. Now, I don't know how big the city is, but still, like that's a lot of money. Mayor Rogers is a professional. I don't think so. Sounds like a crooked snake. That's what he sounds like.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes.
Gonna move my camera for you guys.
Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick.
Well, no matter
he
where I
recently
move it, it's
became
gonna
one
end
of
up in
those
the way.
ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
All right. Yeah, I'm a 60-year-old police chief with a few months away from job retirement. I don't need anyone telling me how to do my job. All right, so this is shift B. It's not too bad. Got some veterans on here. Got some new people. Got some detectives. That guy looks rough. Let's see. Can we remove the cigar? That'll work. There we go. All right.
110B in progress.
A hit and run.
311A in progress.
What's that? A fight? I need somebody to break up a fight. Yancey, you go. So this is the gameplay. I know in 2 you actually get to go into the buildings and actually like kind of fight the problem and stuff. So alright, we got a hit and run report. Austin, how'd you let him escape? Well, the officer's unharmed. That's good. We at least got them back. Let's see how Yancey does. What do we got here? Armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with the whole collection of adult movies. The store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown. We're going to send Kochi and Tsubaki. That requires 2 people, so... What do we got here? A fight? Brother and sister clashed with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. Asano, need you to go. And if it's a fight, I'm not going to send Price. She might get broken. We'll just send Asano. I think we got enough there. What's our fight report? Why is everybody letting everybody get away? I'm gonna have to start sending some more people. So
412A in progress.
what is this? Assault. Passerby saw some teenagers attacked an elderly musician, then ran away with his guitar and money. Pieces of shit. Maybe we can get something on that one. We don't have any more officers left though, so hopefully...
Got a situation here.
The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Knock on the door.
910 complete.
Got him. You need to hurry back.
311A complete.
What happened with the fight? Sano let him get away too? I need faster officers. That's what I need. 'Cause these people aren't catching anybody. Alright, we got Yancey. He's back up.
412A.
Report on the assault. Got him. Wow, you got some better rankings here. Kind of like the smooth jazz going on in the background. It's kind of nice. Alright, it's gonna end the day. We let a lot of people get away, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. All these people are home, so yeah, end the day.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
And you hate to see him down.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Got a feeling we know him.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events.
Mr. Rogers.
An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
I got a feeling that they're going to bring him in regardless, because it looks like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Alright, Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. So we'll see how things go today. See if they go a little bit better. Maybe we'll catch a few more people. But yeah, it looks like things are getting rough around the office. Birch didn't come to work today. Why not? Got Birch Jr. Got some stripes to give out. Give one to him. Why is his eyes so red? This Joker high? I feel like we need some good detectives too. Give one to a detective. That way it'll give a point boost to him. Oh, we get to choose music? Oh, what do we got? Let's just pick one random, I guess. See what this one is.
in progress.
Already? We received a frightened call from a local cathedral this morning. The abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted, satanic symbols, some have been broken into pieces. It seems there are even marks from a shovel. Alright. Well, Birch Jr. will send you to... We're starting out early. We'll send you to. Maybe we'll get some some extra points on you two here. Labor market. Oh, can I hire some? Care about your political views? I just care that you're going to be a decent police officer. I'll hire you for shift A because we need someone. We got 2 detectives. Everything else we'll hire next for shift B.
211 in progress.
Alright, businessman Harley Jones looking out of his window saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans in his new car. Alright. Robbins. I feel like that's a one-officer job. I feel though some of these are not going to be as easy as they seem. And they're going to get there and it's going to be something major.
211 complete.
Vandalism report. What we got? Offender escaped.
$12.10 in progress.
Eddie Burgers. Waitress name reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she's seen on television just this morning. Stovall and Samadhi. She saw him on TV. We'll send 2 good officers.
211
See if we
complete.
can get some vandalism. Bet they escaped. What do you know? Oh, even some more points. I guess we're gonna have to send like 2 officers per. I tried to send the one. It's just not working. So
1210 complete.
retired officer Frank Nero for a fugitive in question. Well, damn. We lost King Knows nightclub. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer, stuffed himself with Mexican food again. Now he can't. Meantime, the line outside the club is stretching around the block. We need someone outside. Hell, Birch, maybe you'll... Guess I'll send these guys to hold those down. As much as... Sucks to be getting the crappy jobs, but they're not really that great at everything, so... Yet. We will make them great.
1111B in progress.
Let's see. Anonymous call just came in, and a clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. And all and somebody could take care of that.
411 in progress.
Naked man carrying a canister of gasoline is threatening to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. Well, we can't have people getting set on fire. So we're sending those two. We're not left with much, so hopefully, you know, we get some people back here in a second. Okay. It's only the end of the day. One night I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month at this dump. Said he couldn't mind taking me on. I guess I just cut out be a cop. Well, that's fine, man. I've already hired somebody else, and you're only 10 anyway, so.
We've got a situation here.
Uh-oh. So as police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Take the clown to the ice and round up any witnesses. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. Carefully watch the clown. Oh, just watch him.
1111B.
We got him. Good job, guys.
411 complete.
Alright, so I guess we're going to end the day here. Let's read that suicide threat. Got him. Here we go. It's gonna be their off days. I see. Shift B needs some more officers anyway, so. Well, we're gonna leave it here. But first, the next day is gonna be with a feminist organization denied official registration. Robesbury to reveal his identity when the time is right, and enemies using feminists to destroy Freebird. That probably has something to do with the feminist organization denied. So. Well, we'll finish watching
Whenever
this.
I'm alone at
We'll leave
home
it.
and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriend.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And
Gives
you have
me
nothing,
energy.
Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally.
Cutting
Find my
low.
wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later.
Hitting the
I'm
knees.
waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Going back to work. Yep. Well, it looks like one of our detectives' mother was hit by a car. Should I be with her? Can I miss this shift? Yes. Absolutely, you can miss this shift. Your mother was hit by a car. But we'll leave that until the next episode. If you want to see more of this, be sure to leave a comment. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you know when I upload again. And let me know what you like about this series, and if you want to see more. If you guys want to throw some ideas of games down below, I'm happy to read them. I like that kind of stuff, and I'm always looking for a different game to play. So let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one.